Kevin.
Good morning.
Are you comfortable there?
Yes.
Want some pillow?
No, I'm good, thank you.
All right. Well, it was busy morning, so sorry for waiting, for making you wait for like extra time.
That's it.
All right, so here we are.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be good to start from like background, like
Okay.
to kind of explain people the severity of the situation and the effort to, to heal it or to have
Sure.
any change at all, and then kind of the whole way to Huachuma Wasi, and then the first time and second time, like to explain people like what medicine
Sure.
help you with, So just go ahead, start where you want.
All right, so I'm 61 years old, and I have had chronic depression pretty much my entire life. I've been diagnosed with it. I've seen psychiatrists, psychologists, and a lot of that helps. I've tried antidepressants, which didn't help. I've been in corporate jobs for over 35 years, and just have like a very flatness of emotion. It's not like I'm sad all the time, but I've been very negative. Just things bother me. And I have a wife. I have 4 kids. I've had a job. I've been functional, but I've just very rarely been happy. And I tried some other psychedelics, and they didn't do everything I wanted, but I started getting hopeful that maybe there was something, and I started doing research, and found Huachuma just sounded like amazing. The way it's talked about, it's more peaceful, and it just connecting, and I'm just like, so I started doing research, found your book, found some reviews and read them, and got like really interested. And my wife, she's not depressed, but she's had some trauma in her life, and you interviewed her a couple of weeks ago. We were so what we decided was to come together back in April, May. We took a couple of weeks off to come and try it.
That was the first time.
That was the first time. So we came together, and
This year.
Yeah, and we did 5 Huachuma ceremonies and 1 ayahuasca to finish up, which was pretty adventurous. I hadn't really planned on it, but you convinced me I needed it. It was totally good. It was an adventure. And then I wound up, from that, I had hope. I mean, I definitely felt better. I went home, and I had people who have known me for years commenting how much lighter I was that. And so I was so encouraged about this that
That's after 2 weeks.
it was after 2 weeks.
That's it.
That was hope. I mean,
Hope.
I achieved some stuff. I definitely got better, but I'm like, wow, if it could do that for me in 2 weeks. And you told me about 3 months would like really, really make a difference. And so I was already debating retiring, and I was trying to decide before whether I was going to go in the middle of the year or at the end of the year. And basically, when I got home in May, I called up my boss and I said, end of June is I'm done. On the 6th of July, I was back here.
Yeah, like a week later or something, no?
It was like 7 weeks.
Oh, okay.
It was about, because it was May, so it was about 7 weeks, 7 to 8 weeks I was here. Yeah. So I left like
No, here, but after like you quit the job. Like you quit the job and you come here like in a week or something.
Within a week, yes.
Within a week, yeah. It's like,
because I had vacation, they were burning up. My last official day of work, I was actually in here on Monday on the medicine. So it worked out. I retired while I was in the medicine, and that was after
that's a good
45 years of working, 35 years as a corporate professional.
Long enough.
It was long enough.
45 years in corporation.
Yes.
That's long.
It was long.
That's very long. That's too long, man.
It was, but it's okay. I mean, financially we're comfortable, and
Can
we can
retire without any worries.
Yeah, without any real worries.
Not relying on social security and stuff.
I mean, we'll get
That's
it.
part of it.
That's part of it, but we're good. I mean, just we work. My wife and I both. She's corporate too, and she's decided here in the same time to leave, to retire her job as well, because she's also a corporate, and she was here.
It's all stress.
It's not a stress.
Stressful
So this was an amazing. I was here a little bit before my wife by myself, and a little bit after.
Yeah.
And then we had about 6
About
weeks.
the same
together.
time. 2 weeks before she came.
Yeah, about 2 weeks and 2 weeks
about
after.
3 yeah.
Yeah.
3 weeks after.
Yeah. And so it worked out really well for me to have a little space for myself, but also have just an amazing connection. I mean, like I say, I'm very familiar with her life. She's very familiar with mine, and the sharings between us was just incredible. Like, I figured this out, right? I realized this about my parents. She realizes this about hers, and it was just like, oh my gosh, it was just so incredible together.
Yeah.
And I do recommend that if somebody's coming here and they're married, if we hadn't come here for the first 2 weeks together, and then I came by myself for a bit, she would have thought I was crazy, right? Because I would call her up and go, I saw this in the medicine, and I experienced this, and she would be so excited for me because she knew what I was going through.
She experienced it.
Whereas being being here and going, oh, I did this, I saw this. Somebody at home who has no clue what, oh, you're doing drugs, right?
Yeah,
like you're just
like you're crazy.
You're crazy.
Like, you have to retire now. It's like, what? It's stressful. It's hurting your soul.
Yes.
Like, what? It's like, we have mortgage to pay. What are you saying? What are you saying?
So it was just incredible for both myself and for her, and together. It was just, and we are absolutely coming back next year. And what we've talked about is maybe one of us come a little bit early, then we overlap, and then the other one stays. So we have
space.
So we
space
have our own own space, and our space together.
I think it's a good plan. It's
so.
important. It's like it's important to be together, and it's also important to just have time for yourself, and you're not worry about of thinking. It's like you just you working on your stuff. You know? Both very good. It's a good balance.
Yes.
So that's good. So maybe you want to share like what therapies you did, how many years, and like what have you tried?
So I do have a psychologist, life coach, whatever, that I've had for probably about 15 years. And he's helped me, he's helped my wife, he's helped a couple of our kids with stuff. I mean, he's just an amazing, amazing guy. So intuitive and in tune. But my problem is I can logically be told something and go, yeah, that makes perfect sense, right? I could read a psychology book and go, yeah, I know that's what's going on. But I've never been able to bring it here, right?
To connect with your heart.
And like I say, he's helped me tremendously. He's gotten me through rough spots that I couldn't believe, but I've never just gotten like happy. And
because the heart is not there.
It's the heart, because the heart is not that you come here. The heart is not there. So I've tried antidepressants, probably 4 of them in my life, and I always get such weird side effects.
Like what?
And I like dizziness, panic attacks, palpitating heart, and all this stuff.
Suicidal thoughts?
No. I have never had suicidal thoughts.
No, but on
no, even that one I've never had.
Just like feeling bad.
Just feeling bad, and just exactly opposite of what I'm.
What it should.
Of what I'm
should
hoping
be
for,
doing.
What it should be doing, right?
Some peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to get through the day.
Exactly.
Without thinking about throwing yourself through the window or something.
Yeah. No, I've never had that, but I've a few times, like 3-4 times now, I've decided, okay, I'm going to try it again. And it's just like...
For what period of time you were doing that?
Well, I mean, for one, I tried for a few months. 1 or 2, I couldn't make it more than a day or 2 just because the side effects hit me so hard and so bad that I'm just sensitive to medications.
What was the worst one? Hardest one?
Last one I tried was Wellbutrin, and it wasn't doing anything. And when I tried to get off of it, it took me 3 months to get off of it, because every time I would stop, I would get these brain zaps, and I mean, I'm just like doing this, and that's not good.
How much you use them?
I was only like 10 milligrams, which is the smallest dose I give anybody.
How long?
Probably like 2 months on, and then 3 months trying to get off.
Wow. So if you use a year,
Yep.
you need like 2.5 years
Who
to
knows?
get off.
I don't know.
I
don't know if it
maybe
works
it's
that way.
exponential.
Yeah, I don't have
Who
no
knows?
clue. I have no clue. No clue.
Okay, so that's not good.
Yeah, and that's just me. Like I say, other people report really good stuff. I'm not criticizing it. It just didn't work for me. So, I have, tried meditation, mindfulness, all that stuff. Everybody just keeps telling me, "Oh, you've got to be in the moment. You got to do that." My busy mind, I try.
Can't switch it off.
Can't switch it off. I'm, still got a lot going on with my head, and
But you know what? I've seen this among two types of people: engineers and computer people. Like
I'm a
very
computer
similar.
people.
Your computer, yeah.
Yep.
It's just like IT guys, they just can't switch it off, and also engineers.
Yeah.
Constant noise in their head.
Yep.
Constant, like, it's like they were telling me, like, crying, like, please, can you switch this off? I don't know where the switch is. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, of course we can do that. Like, here's the switch, but I don't want to do it for you. I want to show you where the switch, so you can switch it off, turn it on whenever you want, But that's the problem among this type of people. That's just what I see in my work, engineers and IT people.
And I'm an IT people.
Yeah, you are that. So, I mean, there are other things, personal things and trauma that kind of add to the problem, but it's not like every IT person is like this. No, not necessarily.
Right.
But that's what I see among these people. Just can't. They're always in their head, overthinking, never in the heart. Can't even be here.
Right.
They're not here.
It was hard.
They're somewhere.
Yeah.
They're always somewhere.
Yeah.
They're never here.
It was hard to be here, like that
Yeah,
in
no,
that
just-
sense.
In that sense, But that's what the medicine is for, is to help you this. So so how was maybe coming back? Like how have you seen the changes? Like from where you start and then a few weeks later, a month later, 2 months later. Like what do you see change in you? How do you feel?
So I feel much lighter. I mean, I'm, as you said, I'm a hard case, and I've got 61 years of this to fight.
Yeah,
and
chronic.
what I find is I'm not like, the depression isn't quite gone, but I'm much lighter. I'm have more energy. I have more connection with other people. I'm
With yourself?
with myself. I smile and laugh more. I mean, it's just like I say, it's peeling away layers for me,
Yes.
right? And I've got more layers to go.
Yes.
And like I say, I'm coming back, but I have had pretty clear message from the medicine that I've been given a lot to work with,
Yeah.
and I need to go home and practice it
Yeah.
and integrate it with my life. It's like training for a marathon, right? You do the half marathon, and once you've trained enough for that,
Yeah.
and you can do it, then you move on to the marathon, right? And it's like, yeah,
Integration is important. That's how you apply all these lessons.
yeah, because that's what I say. I have to go home and not just fall back into the groove I've been in,
Exactly.
right? And
To maintain
I
that.
think if the medicine tried to teach me more here, I'd be losing it because I'm just.
to maintain that.
I'm saying,
Put in practice.
yeah.
Put in practice, maintain.
Yeah.
It's a maintenance time. It's
Yeah,
kind of
'cause I've been-
practicing the teaching.
Yeah, because after that 2 weeks, I've now been here 11 weeks, so that's 3 months total.
3 months. No, it's good.
Yeah.
3 months good. It's solid.
Yeah, it's very solid, and
You
it's
just need
been.
to go and do your things. Plant
Yeah.
some flowers,
Uh-huh.
walk the dog, whatever you like to do.
Yeah, well, like I said, I got out of my job. I was there for a week, mostly just getting things ready to come here. So I actually haven't been retired yet.
Yeah. You haven't even enjoyed your house yet.
Nope.
Because your house, all you know, is just a sleeping place.
Yep.
Where you go to sleep,
Yeah.
so you wake up in the morning and go to corporation.
Yep.
That's,
Yeah, and we just bought it last year, and
so
I
you
have
didn't enjoy your house.
yeah, I have a whole list of things I'm
To
looking
enjoy.
forward to going
Yeah.
home and doing.
Yeah.
I love working on houses, and so it's like, yeah, we gotta
Home improvement, gardening. Gardening
gardening.
is important.
It's
Touching the land, putting some flowers. It's like it's medicine itself. It's
Exactly.
very good. Just
Yeah.
putting some flowers. It's already
yeah,
medicine.
and now I'm actually looking forward to doing that, which before would have just been work, right? Oh, you want to
Oh, now I have to do this now.
Yeah, exactly. And do it in between my working hours, and now
And
it's like
therapies.
Yeah. Now it's like I get to go home and dig and put and landscape.
And sit and enjoy that was written the whole
exactly.
day. And look at the stars until you go to sleep. You know, it's a whole different dynamic now.
Yeah. And we have pets. I'm looking forward to going home and hugging my pets.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, how was the actual process of medicine? Like, maybe you can describe, like, how is it for you? You take the medicine, and then how is how it's working for you? What does it show you? What does it teach you?
So,
you know, what you confront, you know, like, this process.
Okay, sure. So, starting out, you gave me lighter stuff to begin with to figure out how I could handle it and whatnot, and that was good. And you've been cranking me up over these 3 months. Yeah.
A bigger hammer each time.
A bigger hammer each time. Yes, that's how I describe it. It's like you know. So I do really well. I don't get much, like, it doesn't taste very pleasant when you take it, but just a piece of fruit clears the taste, nothing. I do not really get nausea from it.
It's still better than vegan juice, you know? I take this over, man.
No, it's good. And then, we go up the hill to that beautiful place by the river, and it's just so relaxing. And I get my spot, and I've tried different spots, and the river is just so beautiful. And so for the first, I don't know, hour to 2 hours, it's coming on, right? You can feel it slowly increasing, and the thoughts get a little bit deeper and whatnot. And then once the medicine is in, what I find is that few times I've tried to like plan what I'm going to work on in the medicine, and I think only once has it worked.
Yeah.
Medicine gives you what you need, not what you want, right? And I've had it just take me to amazing places in my life. Now, I'm not incredibly visual. I see some nice rainbow colors. It's pretty. But I don't see visions, I don't see spirits, I don't see, jaguars or anything like that. I'm pretty much in my head. And what I have done is I have really worked at finding the core of my depression. I mean, it's generational. It definitely was in my parents and my grandparents. And I've examined their lives in great detail for everything I know, and I've spent time, and I'm like seeing patterns, and I'm seeing where things that they had to have as more or less a survival trait. My dad was in World War II. His dad was in World War I. My mom's parents were indentured servants as kids,
Just slavery.
Kind of a slavery, yes. And it was probably a kind of an indifference to circumstance was a survival trait. If they cared too much, it would have beat them down, right? So they had to adapt. And that was taught to me, my whole life, is that care about others, but be a little bit more indifferent to your own circumstance. And I think I've just, I discovered that I've taken that to an extreme in my life. And I have to, I have to relearn that. And that's one example. When my parents passed away, I had to have a little too much involvement in their passing. There were decisions to be made. There was cancer and there was heart failure, and I've had a very kind of a dark spot in my soul. As I said, I've carried that on from my dad for 24 years and my mom for 8. And just in my family, I had to be the one who made the decisions. And even though I have other siblings, I was the only one who could handle it. I was just raised a little bit harder that way. And I've had, the psychologists, I've had people all tell me I did the right thing, and I knew I did the right thing because I did it at the time. It was the right thing to do. But it hurt, and it was, like I say, I've always considered it a stain on my soul. And I was thinking about my parents the one day in the medicine and kind of reliving their lives without trying to think about their deaths. And when we were walking down the mountain, we have this lovely march through the most beautiful territory, and it's, you can see the beauty and think, and it suddenly hit me that that was my purpose for them. That was my purpose to the family, and why I was different. And it wasn't my choice. It wasn't my fault. It was a purpose I had to fulfill. I can cross it off the list, and suddenly that was off my soul, and I walked down that hill so much lighter, and I continue to be lighter. So there's things like that, just realizations that you just go, oh my God, that's what that was about, right? Or that's why that person did that to me, because of their pain and their stuff, right? And and suddenly you don't feel so attacked, right? I mean, how I was raised, like, oh, that's why that was done. And it just...
It's making sense.
It's making sense.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, it gets from the head into the heart.
Yeah,
Because you can do it up here and go, yeah, that logically makes sense, but I'm still hurt, right?
Yeah, exactly. You don't heal it.
You don't heal it. And that's what, for me, is what the medicine does, is it takes that, gives me the ability to go through things at a depth I've never gone through before.
Yeah.
And wire it right into my heart.
That's what I'm saying. Huachuma is the medicine that makes sense.
Yes. It is.
It's just true, man.
It is. And I mean, I've tried...
It's just true.
Yeah, and I've tried mushrooms and ketamine and LSD, and it's like, they're interesting, they're fun, but they're not healing to me.
Not like Huachuma.
Not like Huachuma.
This is like serious.
This is serious
soul
stuff.
level
feeling. It is. I mean, I like the other ones. I don't have a problem with it, but it's...
they have their own role to play in our evolution, but
and it was,
if you're looking specifically for deep kind of soul healing...
Yeah, and it was, and I say it was, I had to have an emergency surgery one time, and I found out they used ketamine on me, and I felt really good afterwards. And that was what started me, like, maybe there are things I can do for my brain. So
what surgery was it?
Oh, I was in for a colonoscopy, and the guy accidentally perforated punched a hole in my colon. And burned a hole in it, and so I had to have that. And
repaired?
Yeah, I had to have repairs done.
So it's like, okay.
So it was pretty detailed. But I mean, like I say, when I came out, I was in a really good mood for what had happened, and I'm like, something happened, and I started. So that was got me researching things, because I'd never tried any of these things.
So thanks to this guy who punched a hole in your back or whatever,
well, it's colon, yeah,
in the colon. You ended up in Huachuma Wasi like 20 years later.
It's only about 6 years later.
Okay, but still.
Still, yes.
Isn't it funny kind of to see things like that?
It is.
It's like, you wouldn't see... You
wouldn't see that as a good thing.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, it's like, just punch a hole in me, and now I have to do operation to seal it up, to stitch it. But now that led you to...
It did.
What's the first one was?
Then I went to mushrooms.
The first one, what was the first one you took?
Ketamine.
Yeah, ketamine.
Yeah, so I went to a clinic and I tried that, and that just didn't have the same effect.
Dissociated.
Yes.
It's just,
and then I tried mushrooms on my own, and I didn't vibe as well with them, but I'm still like learning things. I'm like, okay, there's got to be a less chaotic medicine for me.
Yeah.
And that's when I tried, or found Huachuma. And
yeah.
I really had no intention of doing ayahuasca, but you told me it was part of the end, so I did it. Yeah. And that worked. It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
And it's in your case, it's good because she does important work.
Yes.
On brain chemistry too, just rough, and it's not a pleasant experience necessarily, but healing. It's not always pleasant.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna say healing. There's no magic pill here.
It's like your work. I mean, Huachuma is as ecstatic as it gets.
Yeah, and I had this conversation with another guest here. I said, if you're expecting this to be a magic pill, that you're just going to take it and go, wow, the world is a better place. It's just it gives you the tools.
You have to work.
You have to work. Like you call it a hammer, and that hammer's been getting
you have to work,
bigger and heavier to carry home.
Yes. Yeah, but the results are amazing.
The results are amazing.
Now so how you would say, like, the 2 weeks you came here, you had hope. The 2 weeks gave you hope.
Yes.
That there is a cure for me.
Yes.
Like you were certain that there is a cure.
Yes.
And you want to discover what it is. And now you're leaving home after 3 months.
Yep.
How you leave home now?
Much, much better. I mean, I'm ready to go home and actually start enjoying life.
enjoying life.
Enjoying life. I mean, like I say,
That's
I'm
amazing.
Yes.
It's like a month ago, 2 months ago, you didn't know what it means.
I know. And
Like
I'm
literally.
still, like I say, I'm still somewhat, my lower level emotions, but I'm capable of feeling some now. And like I say, I'm looking at my life, and I've made a list of things I want to do, hobbies I want to do, volunteering, something. I'm just suddenly like excited about it, which it was like before, I'm like, I don't know.
Everything is gray.
Yeah. And so one thing, guests that were here told me about a thing that it's a fairly new gene discovery that if you have certain breaks in your genes, it's called, your body doesn't process vitamin B correctly, and it doesn't methylate it. And that methylated B is essential for brain chemistry and health. And so I looked up, I had my genetics done a while ago, and I looked it up, and I absolutely have all those breaks.
You have, like,
have.
for sure.
For sure. So there's a very good chance when I get home, because I'm going to start taking these supplements.
To repair your
there's
genes
some.
there?
Well, it don't repair the genes, but it's just it bypasses what it does. Because it doesn't work, I can take the form that's already been processed, because I don't naturally process.
Okay.
At least
So
this
it's
is
kind
what
of
I'm. Yeah. And so, but I realized on the medicine that if I had simply found that out and went home and took it, like before I came here, I probably would have sat there and go, well, why aren't I happier, right? Because didn't. I would have wondered, like I said, probably would have taken these supplements and been disappointed because I wasn't instantly happier, right? It sounds like a magic pill. And I realized here, sitting in the medicine, that, like, you know what? I needed to be here to have the tools to learn to appreciate my life, to appreciate my home, to appreciate my family, my wife, our pets, our friends, and everything. And so now I'm ready to go home and try it. And if it works,
it's better.
It's better. If it's not, I'm not going to
Still
be.
okay.
I'm still better. I mean,
Still better.
and so this is this was critical for me. So I have hope for that.
That it can kind of increase.
It can
that.
kind of increase. But again, it's something that was just shown to me in a podcast. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I don't know, but it's pretty inexpensive to try. It's just some supplements, and I got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Yeah, no harm.
Supplements.
Yeah.
That's good. And it came to the medicine, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got all the tools here
to make things better.
to make things
But
better.
yeah, as you say, even without that, you are like in such a different mode.
I am.
It's like both mood and mode.
Yeah.
The both has changed so much.
It has.
It's like I've seen at least 4 stages here during the last 3 months.
Okay.
Like 4 stages of your change. Like,
Right.
When Mia drank with us, that was like second. She's like, oh, Kevin. She's like, he changed. And she's like 13 years. She's like direct perception.
The
Like,
direct perception.
She's like, Kevin changed so much, and that was like a month.
Yeah.
I think it was a month, but
About.
it was like about that. So it was like before, and 3 more after. I could see like other people too. They can tell
Oh, yeah,
too. It's
I've
like,
had a
oh,
lot of
Kevin so
people.
changed so much happier, so much lighter. So his energy is so much lighter.
Yeah.
And that's incredible.
It is.
It's like that's where happiness is. When you feel like you are a ton, like 1,000 pounds, or
It's
like
hard.
literally like that's how you feel. That's how heavy you feel.
Yeah.
It's hard to enjoy life when you like a mountain walking around, and that's not talking about your external weight,
Yep.
which also got lost. You lost that too, but it's not about that.
No.
It's the inner weight. It's the weight that weight on your soul that you don't even realize. That's the problem. Things that you realize, okay, they can be heavy, but at least you understand the problem and you're trying to find a solution. But the thing that you've been discovered here is like that's just beyond.
It is.
It's like so subconscious. It's like completely like in
yeah.
another sphere.
Yeah.
It's like another dimension.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like a cellular level change.
Exactly. So when you understand this, like, okay, like what you described, and that's just one of the things.
Yeah.
Understanding about your parents and the purpose, and it's just like how lighter you felt. Amazing. It's like a mountain off your shoulder.
It is.
Like literally. Like like you could go home the next day.
I could have.
It wouldn't be, of course, as complete as now, but even with that one realization, you would be like, my life has changed in Peru. Like literally changed.
I told you
this
that
is
day.
Deep stuff.
I could have gone home and been completely satisfied with
the work.
With the work.
Without anything that came after.
Exactly.
Which came a lot. Oh my God! Like everything came after. Actually, everything came after.
After that was.
It was like a breakthrough,
It was like a breakthrough, and suddenly I was just getting thing after thing after thing, and I was just
like a train of realization. They just keep coming.
And I mean, at one point I got stuck, right? And I was picturing myself. I was saying like, okay, I'm both the hammer and the anvil, right? And because I couldn't think of what I had to beat between them anymore, right? Because the hammer should never hit the anvil, right? That's just no point. You're supposed to be being so. And I talked with you and said I was stuck, and you spent some time talking with me, and then you, gave me another boost, and I discovered that part of me that was like sabotaging my life, and I've spent the last 2 weeks hammering at that, and
that's deep stuff.
It was deep stuff. It was very deep. I mean, just that.
Without the medicine, you can't see that deep inside
you can't.
yourself. It's just not possible. And nobody else can either.
No.
Like words don't go there. Like words the best therapist in the world with the best intention cannot lead you there because it's limited. The words are limited. Your vision has to open up. It's a vision that opens and makes you see things.
Yes.
Not words. It's actually wordless. We can talk about this, but it's wordless. It's silent.
Yeah, as the word we use, it's unlanguageable.
Exactly. There's no language. You're just laying down there for 6 hours and understand things. We didn't talk. I mean, here and there we kind of chicken and you, but mostly it's silence.
I've very little had to rely on you, like in the medicine, to come and say I'm stuck. I mean, you've checked on me. We've had nice conversations
of course.
Stuff like that. But it's been pretty much internal work. And of course, the other thing then is, after we're done, we come back here and we do the sharing. We have the closing ceremony, and then we have a fire, and we all sit around and talk about what we went through. And I have learned so much from other people's experiences, right? I mean, what unstuck me in addition to the medicine was one of the other guests here had a breakthrough, and he described what it was about. And so the next day in the medicine, I was, or 2 days later when I was in the medicine, I'm like, okay, I want to think of it like that, right? That was just a new model for me.
A new angle?
A new angle. And suddenly I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah, I get that. And that was what unstuck me. And so, and I always hold space for everybody sharing, and it's just amazing. And so I'm not the only one who's going through the healing here.
Everybody here literally.
I've witnessed just incredible changes in people.
You can see that, of course.
And they've seen it in me, and it's harder from the inside to, because it's so slow and everything. But I mean, I've just watched people. I watched my wife just like go through things that have bothered her entire life, and suddenly it's like
just as deep as yours.
Just as deep as mine. Yeah. Just as deep as mine.
And just as pivotal.
Yes.
Things like that, they change life.
Yeah.
They change perspective. They change the way you are.
Yeah. She said to me here the other day that she can't wait for me to get home and reconnect. And I said, you know what? I think we'll be connecting because we're two new people.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
Where were you before? Who were there?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, our connection.
Two stresses.
Yeah, our connection points were
It's
much
just like
more in supporting each other through
coping with life.
Right?
You know, not a soul level connection because the souls were not there. Like they are there, but they're sleeping.
Yeah.
They're like traumatized. They're not. They're like let them form.
Yeah. So now we're going to connect on a level of enjoyment of
heart to heart. This is heart to heart relationship now.
Yeah.
After can you imagine like after 26 years of marriage?
Yeah.
You're starting heart to heart.
Yeah.
When you always loved each other, you always had that love. It's not like you always had that, but now you start heart to heart connection. This is like sounds crazy.
It does.
But that's real.
It's real.
There are many people who never do that. Like living together, lifelong, dying, and never connected.
Yep.
It's like this is scary. If you think about this is like scary and sad. Like you can live with a person all your life without ever connected from your heart. Then what is it then? What is it then? Like you know, to people like what they're paying bills and taking trash out. I mean, what is it?
Yeah, I mean, I like to think we were a little better than that,
but
but no, there's definitely going to be a deeper connection, and that's why I say it's not reconnect to me now.
It's connecting.
It's connecting. It's
connecting.
Connecting over things that aren't traumatic and aren't,
from a place of joy. How beautiful that is.
It is.
Like, man, just planting some flowers. You know how much joy I'm having here with Mercedes planting some flowers?
Yeah. And I can't wait to be home this weekend. I mean,
he does not flower. Oh, we just did together. It's just there's a joy in it.
It is.
You know, it's like I never thought I will enjoy that. It's like I'm coming from the city. I'm a city guy, like all my life. Like before I moved to Peru. So for me, it's like, oh my God, I can just sit here and just enjoy doing nothing, just being, pure being alive, be grateful. Aware of this miracle of life. It's just like that's already everything. Everything else on top is just a bonus. You know, it's just like more cherries on the top. Pure cherries, like the pyramid of cherries. You know, but without all the cherries, it's still good. You know?
Yeah.
It's because the baseline consciousness has changed. Like the baseline. That's the place from where I see the world, from where I connect to reality. So that's been kind of established.
Yeah.
You know, through the medicine work.
And, you know, I should say, in addition to the medicine, I mean, this place is amazing. You have built this absolutely, you know, gorgeous and amazing place to be. It's very peaceful. The close association with the other guests. And, I mean, I've got lifelong friendships now.
Oh,
I mean, I've got brothers and sisters
that
I will never forget and never lose contact with.
That's for sure. I can tell you that's, 15 years running Huachuma Wasi and people doing this.
Yeah.
They met there and then they're still in touch and they're coming together and it's just like the friendships. Yes. Yeah. Not with everyone, but those people who you bond with.
Yes. Like I say, I've had really good luck while I'm here with connecting with people. I've not had anybody.
Great people. Amazing people. I'm so grateful though. I've struck great people.
Yeah. I mean, this has been a really good time here. I mean, every ceremony has been, you know, great with these people. Every sharing, and it's just been amazing. And I think the one thing I love about this place is that, you know, there's two main buildings. One is your home, you know, with your family and your love, and the other one is the guest house. So we're in your home. Not in the building, but we are in.
That's our home.
We're in your home, and we see your kids and your wife and your in-laws and your people who come and work here, and it's just, it's very safe. I mean, you know, my wife said she's never, you know, been in a place like this that she felt so safe, and not just in here, but in the town. I mean, we go out that gate, walk around, we're walking down streets, and we're not even, there's no like bad part of town to stay out of. There's no anything to worry about. So just this whole safe and loving environment is just,
it's very conducive to healing.
I know as a business you have to name it a retreat. but it's a home.
But we're not retreat, you know what I mean?
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's you sort of have to have that name to catch people.
Yes, that's like technically we are.
Technically, yes.
Like retreat center.
Yes.
But we are home. We're medicine
home.
That's what people tell me. It's like you're not retreat center. You're above that.
Exactly.
Retreat center is like kind of diminishing Huachuma Wasi. It's like putting it down. It's like,
I know.
Retreat center. This is like some kind of commercial. This is our medicine home. This is our life, home, family, and medicine.
Yes. And
you are coming, sharing with us sacred space of love. That's what we are. You know?
Yeah, I mean, we've had barbecues with your family.
We live together here.
We live together here.
You know?
It's amazing. And it's not it's not like there's a bunch of staff running around taking care of guests. It's just we are all living here. And
yeah, I'm the one who calling for the guests, you know? You send a clean his room, you know?
Yeah. So
it's we're running it.
It's incredibly home-like. So coming here, you feel at home and you feel comfortable, and not like you're on vacation or staying at a resort or a retreat. It's not
energy.
It's not impersonal.
Exactly. That's right. Here it's personal.
It's personal. It's
and
not
that's
impersonal.
what facilitates healing even more. Of course, the medicine, the guidance, the experience, everything. It's like everything. It's all factor, but the personal. It's a personal thing. It's not like okay, 2 weeks, get out next. It's not like these people live here. Oh, I stay another month. Okay. Oh, I stay here till August. Okay, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Good people, we're happy. Good for us, good for people, we're happy with that. You know, we don't want like everybody stay forever here. Some people I want them to leave early, you know what I mean? But most people I want them to stay. These good people, like good people. And it's very powerful when people stay longer, we build, it's a different dynamic, like medicine-wise. It's like, I know you. It's like we know each other. So it's like when we work, it's just deeper work, and it's like all you like kind of becoming my support group here. It's like it's not like a bunch of like 50 new people. It's hard. It's like you build a relationship. You don't know them, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's like when new people come here. You know, you're leading the lockdown.
And then you just
I'm often following as the sweeper, just to make sure that people are safe, and you have several of us who have been
and then
here
you
for
take it into the sharing circle. So that's the beauty of it.
You kind of trust us to.
Of course, like I do this, and then I let you there, and then go to my girls, and you do the sharing circle. Everything's good. This is the support. This is the support team.
It is.
So it's always good, like during the year, because in the beginning, when we start like March after vacation, like we do vacation January, February. And then it's like mostly new people, so it's good, but it takes time to learn people to understand. It's not like one day thing.
So I think it's really nice to have some of these, like and now I'm a bit of a long-termer at 3 months. So
3 months is good. And that was funny. I think it was last March. I need to ask James. I think it was last March. We started 10 guys in the house, no woman.
Oh wow!
10 dudes. I'm like, man. Are you serious now? No woman. It's like 10 guys. It's a lot of testosterone. My wife was scared to get in the garden, like do the laundry. She's like, nah, I'm not doing that. There's like 10 guys sitting there. I'm like, come on, it's okay. We're like, okay, I'm asking for Huachuma, please, send us some woman energy to dilute this, So
we've had a really nice mix while I've
good mix.
A good mix of all. Everybody.
No, beautiful people. I have nothing to complain. I'm happy about. Some people are difficult, but that's a healing. I mean, what can you do? They need more help, So okay.
I think I was a little difficult when I got here.
Yeah, you among those difficult people. Energetically wise, like smart, but energetically wise, difficult.
Yeah, you told me I'm the second most negative person who's walked in.
Yeah, and actually the first one, I'm not going to call the name, but
Yeah. No, we're not saying any names.
No names here, but it's like, but it's in the past.
It's in the past.
Things are changing. That's a good news. It doesn't matter really how you come here. Like, everybody comes with problems. I mean, people come with problems here. You know what I mean? Healing. We're doing healing here. People need healing. So it's not like everybody like me. I never was seeking healing when I came to plant medicine. For me, it was just purely spiritual adventure. Like, I want to understand and find truth and meaning and understand if magic is real. It's like, for me, it's like purely that, spiritual real. I never was, looking for healing. Although over the years I understood that how much healing has happened to me, and it just was different for me than maybe for other people. I never had depression to deal with, but I had like personality things and addictions. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like it was like a lot of things I had to transform in order to become a good father, good husband, you know, good medicine. It's like it's not like I'm just born like this, man. That was like 20 years of medicine to get to this point, you know. Now when I feel good and relaxed, but it wasn't like this before, you know. I was troubled by other things, you know.
And it's interesting. We've had a couple of people here who have said, "Oh, I don't, you know, I just want to try the medicine. I don't have any real traumas in my life." and then
so funny, man.
And then we get into the sharing after the first ceremony,
and it's like trauma,
and our jaws are just like hanging open. Like, how did you not know that was trauma?
Yeah, like it's all trauma.
It's
everything. Like you all trauma. It's one trauma on top of another trauma. It's like, where are you in it? You know?
Yeah.
But that's powerful, and that's how people starting to kind of see themselves in different way and starting to heal, because you can't heal something you don't see,
right?
Or you don't understand. It's like an alcoholic cannot stop drinking if he doesn't understand that there is a problem.
Right.
If you say no, I'm not alcoholic. I'm just drinking a little bit here and there. But everybody like, no, you have a problem.
Right.
We see that. You know, it's the same thing. Oh, I have no trauma. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you can't heal anything if you think you already. You know.
Yeah, and that's sometimes is just it shows you what needs to be healed.
Yeah, and then you work on that, and it shows. The medicine also shows you what needs to be healed.
That's
also shows you how to heal it.
In a lot of cases,
gives you energy, gives you that power to do things. But it's you who need to take it home and do it.
Yes.
It's like you need to go and do what the medicine is showing you.
Yeah, I've been taught a lot.
It's important. It's like you don't do this, there is no healing. What's the point knowing your problems, but you don't do anything about changing things? Like, you still have problems.
Yep.
You're still an alcoholic, a drug addict, whatever is your depression, whatever is your problem. You have not changed because you have not done certain things. It's just that simple. It's so simple. Not easy necessarily, but it's very simple. The blueprint, it's simple. See and do.
So one of the things I learned about myself here is that, and I said, like with my grandparents being indentured servants and my dad and what, that I had a sort of indifference to living. Right, I'm not suicidal. I don't want to die. I'm just
indifferent.
Kind of indifferent.
Not
it's
enjoying.
like I don't care.
Like,
right. Whatever. And now I'm thinking of that as a kind of like a separate entity of myself, right? That gets into my decision making, and I have to recognize it and go, okay, am I really willing to be indifferent? You know, I have to like negotiate it with it, because I mean, some things you have to do, and you just go, well, okay, I'm willing to take the hit for this, right? And other things in my life, that indifference has sort of ruined some of my happiness because I deferred to something out of like, well, whatever, I don't care, right? And I let something that really did bother me, right? But I was just, I don't know, maybe you can call it like a martyr kind of thing or whatever. So, and by identifying that, and by my wife also being aware of that, when we make decisions going forward, I can literally say, okay, what does the indifference say? And tell it to shut up or whatever. So it's it's.
Well, I'll do the opposite.
I can't kill it, but I can
ignore it.
I can ignore it. I can talk it out of it, right? I mean,
exactly.
It's just a way of thinking about it that I never had before.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. There is another way of thinking and seeing things.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
It's not just that.
Exactly.
That it's not good, but I have that.
And I just have to find that when I go, oh, whatever, I don't care. I'm going to have to go, whoa, wait a minute. He's speaking up again, right?
I'm not following your... I'm not following.
Exactly.
I'm not following. You can talk, but I'm not following.
Yeah. And like I say, and then I have to make...
I have my own ideas.
They say, in some cases, it has to apply. I mean, you have to have a little bit of that, but it doesn't have to rule your life.
Or ruin.
or ruin your life.
Ruin your life, Indifference, like how there's man, life is such a precious, amazing journey. Being indifferent is it's almost like, man, it's like being dead while being alive.
In a lot of ways.
It's like, it's like you're alive, but you aren't there.
Yeah.
It's like living dead.
Bit of a zombie.
You're a zombie, man. Walking Dead, the series Walking Dead. That's us. That's us. That's people. That's not necessarily me. That's not necessarily you now, but that's many people.
It's many people.
The Walking Dead are not. It's not only a Netflix series.
Yeah.
It's a reality for many people. And it's very sad.
It is.
And there is no. Western medicine doesn't have tools to change that.
No.
They can they can help you cope with it and kind of not to throw yourself from the bridge from Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
But it's not a solution. It's like it's a temporary. It's like a band-aid. It's a temporary solution. Like, okay, do this, but the plant medicine actually cure things, actually change things, so you don't need to go through this anymore. It's like you can actually start living. And chronic depression is different than just depression. I have many people who depressed.
Right.
Like depression, it's easy, man. I had people like in a week, depression was gone. A week, 3 ceremonies. People like, oh my God, what happened to me? Like I don't know what happened. I just lost touch with reality. Okay.
Yep.
A week, and that's already like psychiatry, antidepressant. That's already there,
Mm-hmm.
But that's not chronic. It's not like 60 years thing. It's like it's just maybe recently, or many people were. Affected by the COVID and everything.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes things just...
Like, okay, the world is tough and, I'm depressed right now. Okay, that was like a week.
Yeah.
The COVID thing, a week, But in your case, it's not COVID, man. This is like generational thing.
It is generational.
This is like before you're born. Generations before you're born. This is like genetic thing. This is serious stuff.
Very serious.
So it takes more time to undo this. And it's okay, it's very fast anyway, like 3 months, and you are now 3 months and a half in the medicine, total.
Yeah.
And you can see results, and you feel different, and you are definitely hopeful.
Definitely. Yeah.
I mean, it's not even a matter of hope anymore.
No, it's not. That's not hope.
It's how you feel.
I know that there's been improvement. It's not just hope.
You know that. It's like, you just even know without us telling you.
Yeah.
You don't need anyone telling you feedback, which is feedback is important.
Nope.
But you know how you feel. You just wake up in the morning, how you feel.
Yep.
How you go to sleep, how you spend the day.
Yep.
You know yourself, you know how you feel.
Yep.
So I think we have moved beyond hope.
Oh yeah.
We're like way beyond hope. We're moving to like real.
Yeah. I mean, I know I can go home and I will be much improved. Again, it's not going to be perfect. Still,
it's layers.
It's layers, exactly. But it's going to be so much better and so much better to be around people and just so much better activities in life that I want to do, take better care of myself, take care of my family, and just, I mean, it goes beyond hope. And then they say we're coming back next year.
For more.
For more. I mean, I'll take what I've learned and,
apply,
I've got to apply it. And,
yeah.
Because like we've talked about, if, the last thing I want to do is go home and fall back into the groove I've been in for 61 years, right? And that would be too easy just to let myself. So I have to actively
You have to
work and build new patterns and a new groove.
Forming new habits.
And a new outlook on life. And then take that and come back and say, okay, Huachuma, what else
now
do you...
with that. Now let's do medicine with that.
I've moved the base up.
Yes.
Right? I've raised that base from down here to up here. Let's see if we can get a little higher.
It will be interesting to see.
It will be.
It will be interesting. I see people who coming back, they go deeper.
Oh yeah.
Cycles are deeper. It's like just more layers. You think you already figure things out. This is like funny when I have people. I mean, this is really funny. It's like when somebody drink first ceremony, get just a glimpse of reality, and said, "That's it. I know everything. I healed everything. I can go home now." Like literally after one ceremony.
I've seen one.
It's like, you know that.
I know that,
It's like, man, it's not that.
No.
You have the glimpses of reality. What you see is true, but it's not the whole thing.
Yeah.
So each time you do medicine, it's deeper and deeper and deeper. And then you have like, it's a mini cycle, okay? It's like you commit for a month, whatever you commit. That's your mini cycle. Then you have a bigger cycle, like, okay, then you come next year.
Yeah.
That's another cycle. And then many cycles, they create another cycle. It's like, and it's never the same, and it's always deeper, and it's like, oh my God, I thought I already figured this out then. I thought like I'm like done. I'm done, and there is more, and there is more wisdom, there is more things that you uncover.
Well, there's one guest, I met him in May, and he's been here for a good part of my journey, and I guess it's been about 2 years. He's done about 12 months here. And I mean, talk about an inspiration, because, you know, you think, okay, at this point, he's probably just laying here enjoying.
And just enjoying.
Just enjoying and getting, you know, getting
Downloads,
buzzed, whatever,
you know?
right? And, oh my God, the things he keeps.
Uncovers? Oh my.
He just keeps going deeper and deeper, and it's just been, like I say, it's been inspirational. It's like so I don't believe for a second I've uncovered everything, but I believe I've uncovered what I can handle for this
For
time.
now? Yeah.
That I have to
work through.
go and work through it and raise my base level. And
Yes. And then
I
bring
see
it
my,
back.
yeah,
Bring
and
it back.
I see myself coming back in cycles, and because I don't think there'll ever be an end to what I can discover.
No, probably not, but you will feel better and better each time, and
I
that's the
know.
point.
And that's the point.
Life gets better. That's the point.
That's the point.
You know? So that's beautiful. I just was thinking maybe to wrap it up with this beautiful story that I had.
Okay.
I had a girl here. It's just what you were talking about, the indifference to life.
Yes.
You know, that's dangerous. That's what leads to suicide. People kill themselves because of that, because I know actually people who, well, I saved them from this, but they were already on the way. And because, well, one girl was very smart, and in her 40, you know, like, smart, from London. And she was referred to me by somebody who was here. So, you know, she already set her day to die. I mean, you know, it was you pay 8,000 euros. It's in Switzerland. You go, it's called assisted suicide program. 8,000 euros.
Oh my God.
And they give you, I don't remember what she said, something you drink or gas.
Yeah, it's
It's a gas maybe. It's some kind of, I don't know, maybe a capsule camera. You die. You sign all the paper. Took her 2 years to get approved while you go to work. Like, she go to work for the government, and you waiting for approval to kill yourself. I mean, to me, it's like, wow. It's like, I can't even grasp this
No, I
reality.
can't.
But I understand the person suffering that kind of led to it. So she explained that she kind of lost taste to life. She became, how she called her, something like like you have hedonistic, and the opposite of that would be like something. I don't remember, but
Okay.
she's like, I have nothing.
Anhedonia or whatever?
I don't remember. She's like,
Okay.
there's nothing for me here. It's like, I'm not enjoying life. What am I doing here? And I'm like, man, but she's like smart, good looking girl. You know, it's like, what are you saying? It's like, just come drink some medicine. And so it's funny because she got approved after 2 years to die. Paid money, 8,000 euros, paid. And then she's like, okay, well, and somebody told her, hey, you have to go see Sergey, you know? Just give yourself a chance. Like, what do you have to lose anyway? You already, like, signed your death warrant anyway. You paid for it already. Go check it out. So she's like, okay, it's like, what do I have to lose anyway? It's like,
Right.
you know, I'm out of here kind of thing, you know? She got approved. And then she came, and then she spent like just 2-3 weeks. Maybe 2, maybe 3, I don't know, no more than 3 weeks for sure. There was not a month. But between 2 and 3 weeks. And we drank and we talked, and she like, I mean, you can tell, I mean, the person's very depressed. I mean, checking out. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you have to be like very depressed. And then a few ceremonies, like, it was kind of slow, kind of opening. And then I think on the 5th ceremony, something happened, and she's like, wow, the world is so beautiful. And I just lost that. I just lost that touch with the world.
Right.
And with myself. Through whatever life, you know, through whatever her way was. But this was when she decided to cancel her death. And she did. She went back, canceled her debt.
Yeah.
They didn't pay her back. I mean, money is gone.
Wow.
But she said, who cares? Then I make more money. But I'm alive. And now she's in a relationship. I checked with her like recently. It was already 4 years. So I was, like, what's happening there? She's like, well, very busy, in love, working. She's alive. She's writing me emails.
Awesome.
So that's like a very inspiring story.
Yes.
So to relate to.
Yeah.
It's like indifferent to life. It's like it's dangerous. It's kind of alarming. When you say like indifference, like it's alarming, man. It's like that's how people kill themselves.
Yeah, it's a little different scale to mine, but yeah, I could see it. I could see it in where I was.
You could go that path.
I could have.
You could. So it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point? It's like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
But it's a reality for many people.
It is.
That's a painful thing. It's like many people suffer and killing themselves unnecessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy, 2 legs, 2 hands. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like life has a lot to offer.
Yep.
It's just like cheer up. Come here, drink medicine, cheer up, reconnect, get some realization, go kick butts.
Yeah.
Find happiness in life. Yep. That's how we do it. Sounds good, Kevin. Do you want to say something like to wrap it up? Say something to people maybe who suffer from depression, maybe because that would be a good message to people who fighting the same struggle, chronic depression or just depression. What would be your words of wisdom for those guys and girls and women and mothers and everybody who suffer from that?
Yeah, I mean, all I can do is really repeat what I've been saying, that have some hope and come here. I mean, it may seem unbeatable and it may feel like you've tried everything. I've done therapy and commercial drug, all that stuff, and this is medicine, and I did not understand until I came here the level of change that's possible. Just right down in, like I say, I think I'm reprogramming my cellular and my genetics here as far as this, because I never would have believed that this was possible, but I was kind of at the point where, like her, I've got nothing else to lose.
Yeah, so what else is there?
And I'm not and it's not only good for me, but my wife has been putting up with this, for 26 years, and
kids,
my kids, and everybody, my friends. I mean, it's like coworkers, and it's just like I have affected so many people.
Yes.
In my life, and I'm just like, it's not like it's all that expensive, and yes, I can afford it, but I could have afforded it a long time ago. I mean,
you didn't know about it.
I didn't know about it, right?
If you would know, you would take it.
I would have done it. I mean, it's not like I had to wait until I was ready to
retire or something.
No, that was just...
I didn't know.
I didn't know, right? And so it's, it's worked out well for me, but that's more coincidence than anything.
Yeah.
Right? But, I mean, honestly, I did not, 61 years of telling me, nope, I'm not going to get better. This is just how my life is.
It's a serious journey.
It's a very serious journey, and I have worked hard here. I mean, I've been pushing myself and doing stuff, and at 61, I mean, a lot of this stuff has been physically challenging, to keep going at what I'm doing, and mentally challenging, and I've hit every milestone in it. I've not backed off once. I've not.
Mm-hmm. No, you just keep one ceremony. Always there.
Always there.
Committed to healing. I'm coming. I made
the commitment, and I have not even for a second thought of not doing it. I mean, I thought about it.
Well, you
I
thought
never took it seriously.
Yeah, you thought it was
yeah.
Again, yes, again.
Again, I have
but
to
that's
recommit.
exactly what I'm saying. When
Yes.
you feel like you had enough, that's where you have to push. When you feel like, oh no, I'm tired. Oh, maybe I had enough. No, that's exactly when you're like just about to break through. That's exactly when the things just about to change for you.
Yeah, and like I say, I have a pretty clear message now that I've been given a lot, and I should respect what I've been given, and take it and work with it, and then come back for the next cycle.
That's it.
It's not. It's not. I need to leave. It's I need to just go visit my home for now, right? And put down my roots and establish my life, and then come back and get that next level.
Exactly. And this is why I'm doing these talks, to let people know that there is hope, and not just hope.
Yeah.
There is healing.
I mean, this is very real.
This is real healing. This is not just hope. I'm not selling hope here.
You're not.
It's like, as you said, like, oh, I will come before, but I didn't know. Well, that's why we're doing this. That's why I write my books, make videos so people can find us and find healing earlier, so they can enjoy life more.
Yeah.
If you would do it like when you're 40, 30, you have 30 years of joy.
Yes.
You know, so it's like, that's why I'm doing this. Yeah. It's for you. For everyone who suffers from depression, this is for you.
Yep.
Depression, it's not hopeless. And I don't care what kind. I mean, I just share with you some serious cases here, like when people are already ready to check out. You know, it's like, it doesn't get more than that. Healing depression, it's real, it's possible. There is work involved, of course, but it's not hopeless. You are not hopeless. That's the message, guys and girls and everybody else. That's the message. Absolutely. You are not hopeless, even though you feel like
hopeless.
You like, that's it. There is a wall there, and you're just knocking your head on it.
Yep.
It feels hopeless, but it's not.
Yeah. And of course, I say people who try for that magic pill, that antidepressant, which is just bullshit.
It's just the best. It can just help you to go back to work and not kill yourself.
Exactly, and that's
when you feel like.
Yeah, it doesn't break that wall.
It doesn't. It just kind of. It's a cope mechanism.
It's a coping mechanism.
And it shouldn't be all your life. It should be like emergency thing.
Yeah.
It's like I had psychiatrists here. It's like I have therapists coming here for healing.
Right.
Therapists who give therapy.
Right.
Like, I know the inside thing. It's like the therapist, psychologists, real people who give you therapy. Come here, drink medicine, and tell me stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So one. I think that's Nadine. I think Nadine came. Okay. So one. Just a, Yesenia, abre la puerta, por favor. Hay gente afuera. She will take care. Oh, that's Nadine. Nadine, hello. Golecito. Will you say hi to Nadine? She's arrived. Long way from Australia. Long way to Australia from Australia. Come, we're doing interview here, but you're welcome to come say hi and I'll be with you in a minute. Just have a seat, Nadine, please, for a few minutes. What I was saying, something important was to say something about depression. What was it? Something was important.
It's possible to break through. I mean, that's.
Well, that's the message. Yes,
yeah,
that's message. I want to say something, but I forgot. Sorry, guys, I got distracted. Okay. I forgot. So I will. We'll probably wrap it up here because I don't remember really. What was it? I don't remember.
That's good. I think we've said a lot.
That's the message.
It is.
Depression is curable, and it's not the end of the road. It's a journey that you can make through it and come a better person on the other end. You can say that.
You can say that.
You can say that. You
can absolutely say that.
You can say that. So, okay, well, we'll wrap it up. Thank you very much, Kevin.
All right.
Very good having you here and seeing the change.
Yes.
Seeing the change.
And thank you, Sergey.
Of course.
The gratitude is real.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and that's the beautiful place to end.
Yes, it's very real. And to you and to your family and just to this place, to the medicine, to the mountains, it's all real.
It's real.
I mean, this is just
and these tears are real too, guys and girls.
They are.
And, these are tears of real healing and real hope.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.